but when they went to take the panel off, 6 pounds of cocaine fell out. This is the letter deputies sent to the county commission on Friday. Sheriff Mark Dobbs says he stands behind his deputies in this letter. A huge, huge day for law enforcement. 7 different agencies involved. We're actually going to send it to the press conference right now. Clark Parrott. It started right up here off of Main Street and traveled down all the way down this kind of sidewalk area. You can tell if you walk with me, they put in these beams on the buildings next to the daycare to make sure it stays sturdy. And keep walking with me. Pete Underwood was aboard the USS Utah in 1941. At 8:01 a.m., the ship was hit by a Japanese torpedo. By 8:12, it was rolled over on its side. Now, those 11 minutes only partially define what this man was all about. And the sheriff says they are still looking for another suspect in this case. Hey,
I'm recording and he recording me. That's how it works.
Who do you guys want to see in the World Series?
I don't care who we see in the World Series. We just happy to be here right now. We're going to enjoy this moment. And whoever shows up, we ready for them, all right? That's all that needs to be said right there. We ready for whatever.
That's all that needs to be said. Live local late breaking, Todd Tumminia.
They made his dream come true, and he's very happy.
Well, this 58-year-old man always wanted to be a firefighter, and now he's part of the team in a very special way. The Caruthersville Fire Department surprised Larry Bowman last night by making him a member of the team. Today, Todd Tumminia caught up with him, and Todd, I understand he was given a uniform and a badge. And did he have them on when you met up with him?
Yes, he did, Mary Ann. Family members tell me they're pretty sure Larry Bowman slept in his brand new uniform. He's been smiling ear to ear since that ceremony last night. He's got quite a story, and it all starts from a nickname he earned from a fellow firefighter.
If you don't know him by Larry, everybody knows him by Wawa.
It took me years to find out his name was Larry Bowman. I thought his name was Wawa.
If you live in Caruthersville, he's a face you may recognize. If you work in the public safety building, you see him every day.
I know most fire departments have a dog as a fixture around the department, but they got Wawa here.
Larry Bowman, or Wawa as everyone calls him, earned his nickname from doing what he could to help others. Bowman, who is deaf, one time called the fire department and was yelling on the phone. The dispatcher recognized his voice and sent a crew over to where he lived.
And he said, "I don't know what's happening, but something's going on." Larry's so excited. And so when the police cars rounded the corner, they found a car on fire. And it's always been a joke of ours around here that Larry called in a car fire.
Captain Richard Lee says Bowman dreamed of being a firefighter since he started coming to the department in the late 80s.
This is his home away from home.
Family members tell me physical limitations prevented that dream from becoming a reality, but the Caruthersville Fire Department thought they could do something about that, and at their annual Christmas party gave Bowman a surprise of a lifetime.
We presented him with a uniform, a badge, and made him an honorary member of our fire department, or auxiliary member of the fire department.
His dream came true.
Well, it means a lot. He don't have a lot of time left from what I gather. And so, yeah, they done him right.
That's the other thing about Bowman. Doctors recently told family members he has stage 4 cancer and his time could be limited.
This is what he's always wanted. This is his dream right here. This is his dream come true.
So whether it's a day, week, months, or years, Larry Bowman will spend his time doing what he always wanted to do, and he's got a badge number to prove it. 745 for the Caruthersville Fire Department.
I doubt if we'll be able to peel that off of him, but he's definitely going to be noticed in town now with his uniform.
They love him to death, and they just made his day. And I am grateful for that.
Dreams do come true. Bowman wanted me to point out to anyone that noticed, his name badge is not there yet, and it's on its way. I'm told it's in the mail. Once that arrives, his uniform will be complete.
Some call it a surprise. Missouri Republicans' selection as their nominee to replace former Congresswoman Joanne Emerson. They went with Jason Smith, the current Speaker Pro Tem of the Missouri House. Todd Tumminia recaps the day from Van Buren.
Peter Kinder has received 22. Jason Crowell has received 21, and Jason Smith has received 55.
The winner after 6 rounds of voting, Jason Smith,
It was a roller coaster. No, it was virtually like 6 elections all in the same day.
All 6 elections that Smith won, but it was that last one that gave him the majority he needed.
What I said from the very beginning, I wanted it to be smooth, I wanted it to be fair, and I wanted it to be transparent. And today we accomplished all 3.
Chair Eddie Justice says he doesn't expect any of the candidates that lost to run independently. Regardless, Smith is already looking forward.
We're all part of the 8th Congressional District. It doesn't matter where you're located, just as long as you represent the values and the beliefs for this area, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what my message has been, and I believe that's why we were victorious.
Smith says he welcomes any endorsement, except one.
And we all need to work together. So I'll take the endorsement of anyone that will help me, as long as it's not the animal rights activist groups. I won't take that.
So as the Republican nominee, I asked him, what is the first step in the campaign?
I'm going to go to dinner with my wonderful family and friends first. And we're going to enjoy that, but then we're going to get right to work.
The campaign started 5 minutes ago.
Live Local 8 breaking from the new campaign trail, Todd Tumminia, Heartland News.
So now the Democrats will gather next Saturday in Poplar Bluff to choose their candidates.
Without them, I would not be here today. I'm a Holocaust survivor. My family died in the Holocaust, most of them.
Edith Rogers says her family lived in Stuttgart, Germany during the Holocaust, a time where Rogers says these men changed the world as we know it.
And I told them I'd love to hug each one of them, but there just wasn't time, so I just gave them a group hug. Oh yeah, they're the biggest heroes ever.
Edith says she still remembers that moment when men like Austin Bagsby showed up to liberate her.
We had no air cover, no backup, we were just on our own.
On their own, fighting for Edith and the future generations who came to the Civic Center.
God bless America.
To give these men a hero's send-off.
I'm enjoying every minute of this. This is a great bunch of older people and a great bunch of kids.
You're flying for the first time?
Yes.
You a little nervous? Just a little bit.
If that's what you call it.
A few pictures later, a walk down the red carpet, and a step closer to seeing the memorial. Then right before the bus took off,
Those guys are great, aren't they? Yeah.
Edith boarded the bus to deliver a special message, a message she's waited 70 years to say. 2 words that today mean everything.
Thank you so much. Of course, I admire all military personnel, but the World War II veterans still my big heroes, and always will be.
An emotional day for everyone involved, including the reporter on this one. Coming up on Monday, I'll catch up with these heroes as they return home from D.C.